Good morning. My name is Guillermo Badenes, and I'll be your instructor in this in the drama section of our graduate course here. So I wanted to begin with some sort of presentation to guide you in your reading of the first two plays that we're going to be analyzing this week, The Zoo Story by Edward Albee and A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. So, before we go into that, what is drama? What do we call drama? First of all, consider the drama is, at least the way I see it, the oldest literary genre. Consider that the worship of gods in ancient history was some sort of representation, theatrical representation um, of rituals, and therefore those constitute some sort of primal form of drama. Now, drama, uh, grew and was styled in somehow the way we think of it now by the Greeks. And in that way, it developed throughout history, um, perhaps having Shakespeare being in the English language the most rounded um, exponent of drama, and and then it kept evolving, although it slumped during the Victorian era, to come back with a vengeance, with strength in the early 20th century. And in throughout this history, drama has had different forms, different and different features and aspects that are worth thinking about. First of all, think of modern drama as a pretext. Uh, what you are going to read is a pretext, that is, a pretext to be performed on stage. And when you read drama, you always have to think of the fact that that is or should be better expressed through the representation performance on a stage. So that is why I call drama a pretext. It is a written text, but a text that will come alive on the stage. And then performance is what gives drama its full definition. All right? Uh, but at the same time, and that is part of the complexity of drama, it carries with it um, the all the typical features of literary language. And in that respect, I think the drama is a paradox. Dramatic language is succinct and concrete because it condenses orally the beauty of the literary work. But at the same time, it is expansive and explanatory because it is written but to be heard and understood without the chance of rereading. Think about it. If you read a novel or short story, prose, or even poetry, you can go back to it and reread it and say, okay, and make sense of it through different readings of a line, a fragment, a sentence. Whereas in drama, even though, of course, you will have the written copies of the plays, they're meant to be, plays are meant to be understood at first sight because they're meant to be performed. So because of this is that drama is ephemeral art. It lasts the length of a performance. But at the same time, it is literature and it intends to survive the passing of time. Again, another reason why drama is a paradox. So, drama is words in writing, but that are meant to be spoken. Again, another uh, paradox in drama, right? So we know that historically drama has always been a genre that has placed the great issues of that society needs to face center stage because of its very nature. And of course, in this respect, I am talking about the Greeks, but I'm talking about Shakespeare and I'm talking about modern drama. Because of its very nature as a spectacular representation of life, plays have frequently anticipated social conquests, psychological perceptions, and scientific breakthroughs. Um, Michael Bronsky believes that the vicarious engagement of emotions through popular culture can help clarify personal feelings that are otherwise unarticulated. We can be moved by theater because we relate to the plight of feelings of the characters. That's what Bronsky believes. Now, um, as I said, contemporary drama, developed at the turn of the 20th century. And as most modern, um, uh, or as part of the modernist movement, it focused on alienation and disconnection. We're going to see that in the uh, absurd quality at times in the zoo story, right? Um, and of course, when I mentioned that during the Victorian age, drama kind of slumped and then it became fashionable again with the work of Henry Ibsen, the Norwegian playwright, George Bernard Shaw in Britain, and Eugene O'Neill in the United States, authors that I'm sure you are very familiar with. Um, so, drama is literature meant to be performed on the stage, and it has a tremendously long history. Um, but the comeback of drama, as I said, took place in the early 20th century when it became a genre that spoke about the problems of the people. It had done so with the Greeks, it had done so with Shakespeare, but then at some point in the history of drama, it stopped being so. And we owe this change of heart in drama to Ibsen mostly. Um, because it stopped focusing on the grand histories to be told, but on the stories of ordinary people, right? You will see that in the problems in the zoo story, as well as in A Race in the Sun, right? So drama adapted in the 20th century to the rapid social change that was brought about by World War II, right? And then the sense of alienation and disconnectedness in society and the social problems of the time gained, as I said earlier, center stage. And that is very interesting to consider because drama, above all, um, modern drama, above all, speaks the language of the people discussing the problems of the people. And for that, of course, it takes different forms. I mentioned that there is um, theater of the absurd that again talks about the disconnectedness and alienation of the individual in this post World War II society, and also realism. Realism is not new, of course. It is um, placing real problems on stage, but then the outstanding feature of realism in modern drama is that it strived to take drama away from the drawing rooms, from the living rooms of the grand halls, the grand English halls, and it became involved in the problems of the people. And I think that to a very large extent, the two plays that we are analyzing discuss that. I may ask you, what does the zoo story in its disconnectedness discuss, right? What are the main themes in this play? And in the same way, but from a totally different perspective, you will see in the race or you have seen in the race in the sun, the problems of these women, the black women, and how race and gender and the issue of matriarchy and the like mold, give shape to the lives of these characters. Notice that modern drama goes away, as I said, from think of the comedies by Oscar Wilde, right, or taking place in a living room, in a drawing room, kind of like Downton Abbey, and focuses from the rich part, the rich family in Downton Abbey, and it kind of focuses on the problems downstairs in the in a park, in the case of Zoo Story, and then those are the internal problems of the characters that come alive in their dialogue, and in a kitchen, in a working class kitchen, in the case of a raising in the sun. So I hope you enjoy this unit. I hope that you can get to see the plays performed. I have added videos for you to enjoy the performances. And I am looking forward to our meeting where we can discuss modern drama face to face. Thank you very much.